Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Diana Emerson. Today we are going to listen to One Night Stand Has Life Changing Consequences. This is a LMN.
Give me your number. 40. I've never been a big drinker, but I wasn't a lightweight either.
Another round? More shot.
I figured I must have been really tired because I remember having 3 or 4 drinks and then that's all I remember. The last one, right? When I woke up, everything was a blur. It took a second and then it all came rushing back to me.
Oh my god, Michael! Cheers.
Oh, this one.
More shot.
Well, almost everything. I still had no idea how we had gotten back to Maria's room or if we even had sex. It was pretty uncomfortable, at least for me. I hate to rush out like this, but I gotta catch a flight.
When am I gonna see you again?
I don't know. I'll call you.
Well, I would hope so, Michael. You just had sex with me.
That's the exact moment where I realized why we used to call Maria schizo in high school. She hadn't changed a bit.
I'm just kidding.
It didn't feel like she was kidding. After Chicago, I had gotten a few texts from Maria, but I wasn't interested, so I just didn't respond. I was more interested in my friend Heather, who watched my house while I was away. I just made dinner for Heather to thank her for bringing in my mail and feeding my fish while I was in Chicago at the convention.
Thanks so much for dinner.
You're safe. We were just friends from work, but I was trying to work up the courage to ask her out. I really liked her. She was really smart and normal. After she left, I was doing the dishes and thinking how I should have probably kissed her. I figured Heather had forgotten something, and maybe I'd get a second chance at that kiss. What are you doing here? It was Maria.
Don't freak out, Michael. I'm not moving in with you. I moved to that greenish house down the street.
What made you move to Arizona? She moved from Cleveland, Ohio to Tempe, Arizona, right across the street from my house. No phone call, no email. Who does that?
We've been talking about how we want to be close to each other, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity.
We never talked about that.
So can you help me move some boxes? They're really heavy.
She caught me off guard. I was tired, and I guess I was just trying to avoid a confrontation. I figured if I just helped her move a few boxes, then I could just go to bed and deal with it in the morning. I know, it's stupid. I've never been very good at breakups, so I called my friend Drew for some advice.
You did what? Michael was terrible at breaking up with women. So when he told me he spent the night with a girl from high school and he wanted to end it, this wasn't what I expected.
That's her. Dude, you totally photoshopped yourself in there, man.
Man, she was gorgeous. And if he wasn't interested, there must have been a reason he wasn't telling me. Next thing I know, the text started rolling in.
Wait, is this her? Wait, she sent you all these texts?
Yeah. And that's when I told Drew that Maria moved across the street.
Wait, you're serious? She moved here. You gotta cut that off, man. That's gonna lead nowhere good.
I really hope she'd just get discouraged and just stop calling. And move back to Cleveland.
You'll get the hint. Like Melanie up there? Or like Tiffany up there? Dude, how about the one with the cats?
I really think she's just looking for a change. But Drew was wrong. She did stop texting me. So I thought, great, she got the hint. And then, 2 days later, I got a package. It was from Maria. Let's just say that.
Hi, Michael. I was thinking about you. Remember the great time we had the other night?
Dude, you're not gonna believe this.
I know celebrities and rock stars get these kind of tapes all the time, but I personally had never got one, and I knew Drew hadn't either. I know I should have been turned on, but seriously, the whole thing kind of terrified me.
Dude, that's her texting you?
34 times just today.
I was in denial. I thought if I just didn't respond, she'd lose interest.
I'm ignoring her. So next Saturday, right? Are you sure you want to drive that far?
My mom was planning on driving out from her house in Palm Springs to stay with me that weekend.
Mom, do you remember Maria? Yeah, that one. I ran.
I recognized that rock. I found it on a hike. I thought it was cool because it was shaped like a heart, so I gave it to Maria in high school, 14 years ago. At that point, I knew I should have confronted her, but I'm especially bad at breaking up with angry, violent women. So I thought it would be a good idea to just let her cool off a little. I hadn't gone on a run for about 8 years, but after spending $180 on a new sliding glass door, I figured I could use the distraction. Then after my run, I thought I'd jump in the hot tub to unwind. My hot tub was filled with dead, rotting fish. And there must have been like 20 of them. What kind of twisted person does that?
Michael, you picked up.
Her voice was just flat and cold. Really scared the out of me.
You can't run away from me, Michael.
I think I finally realized then that she wasn't going to stop, and that I finally had to confront her and tell her that she was acting crazy.
You filled my hot tub with fish? There's something seriously wrong with you.
Michael, I'm pregnant.
That's the scariest thing a guy could ever hear.
We're gonna be a family.
Dude, I can't believe your girlfriend's pregnant.
She's not my girlfriend.
Hey, want us drink?
I can't. My mom's coming.
Maria kept on texting and calling. I think she was up to 47 texts that day.
She texted me this picture.
But there was one in particular that really got my attention.
Bro, that's bull. Bro, you can't get one of those that fast.
I think I'm gonna go puke.
This woman needed someone to finally tell her what was up, and I knew Mike wasn't gonna be that guy.
Listen, you crazy. E-I-T-C-H.
I really thought I was doing the guy a favor.
Hey, Michael. Whose shiny new car is that in front of your house?
I had about an hour drive home from the bar, so I figured I'd use the time to listen to some of Maria's messages.
I hope you're not spending our baby's college tuition on expensive cars. I might have to teach you a lesson about selflessness.
I figured it must be my mom's new car that she was talking about, and I thought she might slash the tires or key the car, so I gave my mom a call.
Hi, honey.
Mom, are you at the house?
Yeah, I'm here cleaning up.
You really should think about getting a maid or start cleaning yourself.
Mom, if you see Maria, do not talk to her.
I told my mom to watch out for Maria's car and to keep her distance.
I have been seeing a green car.
There's one been circling around. In fact, there it is. Yeah, it's slowing down.
Stay away from her.
Honey, I'm just going to go talk to her.
Mom, stay inside.
Get out of here. Don't. Why are you circling this house? Get out of here. Just go.
This has nothing to do with you.
I'm going to report you to the police, and I'm going to get your license number.
My mom really had no idea who she was dealing with. I thought something was wrong when that ambulance flew past me. But I was sure that something was wrong when I received that text from Maria that said, "How's your mom? LOL." Mom! Mom, are you okay?
You broke the over.
Come on, can we get to the hospital? My mom got really lucky, well, considering. She ended up with a broken leg, 3 cracked ribs, and a dislocated shoulder. The next day, I found this old message that Heather left for me that must have been buried under all those texts and messages from Maria.
Hey, Michael, it's Heather. Some girl named Maria from high school called. I hope you don't mind, but I told her that you were at the convention in Chicago. Hope that's okay. Talk to you later. Okay, bye.
Maria came looking for me after 14 years. She followed me to the bar, pretended it was a coincidence,
Oh my God, Michael.
got my address from my driver's license,
Let me see your driver's license.
I'll be right back, and moved down the street from my house. Oh, and another thing. She wasn't pregnant or a fashion designer.